Hey YouTube, how are you? It's Money Minded Michelle and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you like what you see, you stay and subscribe, and decide to become a part of the Money Minded tribe. And for my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. As always, it's a pleasure to have you. So the theme of today's video is a Dollar Tree haul. Are you guys surprised? You know you shouldn't be, because you know how this lady loves her Dollar Tree. And this Dollar Tree haul is really nice. A cornucopia of things from the different sections of the store. Most prominently are the kitchen items. I'm going to save those for the end. Usually I do food and food related first. But we're going in reverse today, just for fun and giggles. So let's go ahead and jump in so I can share and show. Starting with books. I love finding books at Dollar Tree. And just so you know, guys, I post a lot of pictures on my posts, formerly known as the community tab, on my channel. So I hope you guys are checking that out too. But I get a lot of comments like, oh my God, your Dollar Trees must be amazing. The ones closest to me are not in particular. They're actually kind of messy. One is better than other. One is significantly better than the other, but it's still not amazing. The other one kind of looks like a bomb hit it, if I'm honest, and I feel bad to say so. But I'll run into that one because every now and again you do find a good goodie. In fact, both of these books came from the store that looks like a bomb hit it. So let's give credit where it's due. This first one is a repurchase. I picked up Crazy for Birds. I had bought this and hauled it and showed you guys the inside, and I'll go ahead and show you again how beautifully illustrated this book is. But I gave it as a gift to somebody who is a bird lover. I am a bird respecter. I am somebody who does not like birds near me because they kind of freak me out. But I do think that they are beautiful wonders of nature. Birds in flight are some of the most amazing things ever, in my opinion, watching that. But have a bird come up to me or touch me at all? No, thank you. I will run for my life. But that said, once I gave the book as a gift, I thought, if I run into this book again, I think I might need it. Look how beautiful this is, you guys. Wow. Amazing. But once I gave it as the gift, I thought, should I run into it again? That's, I think, the universe telling me that I do need this book for my own collection. So I did go ahead and pick up Crazy for Birds. We're talking cray. And this book, they were nice enough not to put the sticker over the price. $20 normally in the US, but I paid $1.50 for this book, Crazy for Birds. Healthy respect for birds, if you ask me. And then this other book that I found, also from the Disaster Store, maybe that's how I should refer to it, is the Disaster Store. This book caught my eye because of the retro look of the cover and also the subject matter. And that is this book about Nancy Pelosi from a series called Queens of the Resistance. So, I mean, those drew me in alone. But I also noticed, see how cool and retro, the font is. And I like this, whoever drew this picture of her, I think did a really nice job. But then I saw that it was part of a Queens of the Resistance series. I'm like, I definitely have to check this out. And it's by authors Brenda Jones and Krishnan Trotman, two African-American authors. And there is a blurb about each of them on the back. Also part of this series, hold on, I saw that on the inside here. Also in the Queens of the Resistance series, Elizabeth Warren, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Maxine Waters. And I would love to find the rest of them, but even if I don't, I think this one about Nancy Pelosi looks really interesting. And I think even kids, teens, anybody who's up to a chapter book level of reading could probably read and absorb this book. But I plan to read it myself, and then I'll probably donate it to a little free library. But in the meantime, this book, had I purchased it at full price, would have been US $18. But I paid what? $1.50 for this cool book about Nancy Pelosi. Why not? Why not indeed? I love the best books. My favorite books to buy at Dollar Tree, probably in this order, would be journals #1, cookbooks #2, and crafting, I would say, kind of right, that kind of thing. And #3, I like a good biography. So I've picked up one about Michael J. Fox. I've picked up a book about Lenny Kravitz, one about Barack Obama, Jackie Kennedy, as written by Carly Simon. I mean, how cool is that? I lent that one to my mom. Yeah, I've found some really good ones over the years. So I love to pick up books at the Dollar Tree. The only place you can find them cheaper is the library, and you don't even get to keep them. But anyway, let's move on. Where to go next? I have one little crafty item, but I'm looking forward to using this Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. It's supposedly, it grabs fast, it dries clear, acid-free, and washable. Best for fabric. What I want to do is I want to glue a fish patch to a ball cap, and I want to make two of them, one for Megan and one for my brother Steve, who is also a huge fan. And I want to use this Fabri-Tac in order to adhere it, because the hats that I want to use, I think if I ironed the patch on, I think it would probably melt the hat. So this Fabri-Tac hopefully keeps it in place. I'm really anxious to try this. It looks good. So I grabbed that. And then let's do health and beauty. So to begin with, I was really excited that Marie Claire is coming back. Are you guys noticing a restock of Marie Claire? I'm seeing it come through Chicago again. So there was a couple of items that I really wanted the last time that I decided to re-up on. And the first of which is this, well, I didn't re-up rather, but I thought if they come through again, I'd like to pick them up. That's what I mean. I did not buy these before. Okay. The first of which is, and I'm a little ambivalent if I'm keeping this or if I'm giving it away, but it looked good. It's this Marie Claire tinted lip oil. And it's in a cherry, it's a cherry oil, and cherry oil infused. I like that it might give like just a nice little blush of pink color. Looks pretty, but I don't love a lot of really glossiness. I like a creamy like lipstick, but I don't like sticky. So I don't know if this would be sticky because it's an oil. So maybe it would actually feel nice. I don't know. And then the problem is once you try it, you can't exactly give it to somebody else. So I can't decide if I'm keeping this or not. I'm going to kind of put it aside and decide later. But I figured, you know what, for the money, I'd like to pick it up, and I wanted to show you guys. So I grabbed that. And here's something that I really wanted to try, and it sold out way too quickly on me. And that is this eyelash and brow serum by Marie Claire. I went ahead and just got one. See, I'm standing there, just a girl looking at the Marie Claire makeup and thinking, do I buy one or do I buy four? And I thought, you know what, Michelle, just buy the one and try it. Just try it. And if it's meant to be, you'll find more of them. But in the meantime, I went ahead and I exercised restraint and bought one for 5 little quarters, the Marie Claire brow and lash serum. So I can't wait to try that. I thought that was cool. And then I picked up a couple of items that I'm using in conjunction with some pretty pennies that I picked up recently. And that is these, the Kendall and Kylie little pencil cases. Remember I showed you guys, I was able to pick up some of these for a penny, thanks to Margot of Margot's Hauls and all, and Lynn of Lynn and Things turned me on to the fact that these, including the little backpacks, which I never found, but these little pencil pouches were ringing up as a penny. So I managed to get 7 of them. One I'm giving to Brooklyn, to my best friend Megan's daughter, as part of her gift to hold some makeup brushes that I'm giving her. But the remaining 6, I decided, you know, I had bought recently, let me show you. I had bought recently by Be Pure these day liners, wanting to try them because I was encouraged by the fact that it said no added fragrance. Well, when I opened this package, you guys, these are highly fragranced. They smell nice, but the whole reason, I tried the super pads before. I did buy them and haul them months and months and months and months ago. And I tried them and they were irritating. Let's just put it that way. No real harm caused, but I had to discontinue use right away and I stopped using them. So when I saw that these had no added fragrance, I assumed them to be unscented. So yeah, no added fragrance. That means there is some fragrance present, clearly, because they smell very herbally, which again is nice, but not for me. So I noticed that there were 18 in here and I thought to myself, maybe I have 6 of these pencil pouches. What if I take 3 of these liners each and put them in here? And I thought, okay, well, I need more stuff than that if I'm going to make like, I can't just put 3 little liners in there and then go put them in the blessing box or whatever. So instead, I went ahead and picked up this by Sure and Fresh, this package of 16 pads. I bought these at Dollar Tree because I want to keep this as cost efficient as possible. So I need 18 though. So I did donate 2 pads that I had in the house already so then each of these pouches now have 3 pads. So 3 liners, 3 pads. And then here, I'll show you the contents real quick. Here's everything tucked inside. So here are the liners. They are individually wrapped and they smell really nice, but just, you know, if you're not a fragrance person like me, they're not going to be good. Here are the Sure Fresh regular maxis. They're thin and they are individually wrapped. I like that. I went ahead and threw in 4 of these Joe Boxer flushable wipes. I like that they're individually wrapped. And, you know, I wasn't going to use these I wasn't going to use these as flushable wipes myself. I was probably going to use them just as hand wipes, but they are kind of on the thin side. But, you know, for somebody, you know, you're on your period and whatever, this is a nice refresher. So I thought this would be a good add-in. So I put 4 of those in there. And then I put in 4 of Oops, let me separate one of these so I can show you. Oh, here, I did 2 and 2 of these antibacterial wipes. I picked these up from Aldi quite a while ago, but I still have plenty of them. They're still fresh. I use them. They're 70% alcohol. So, for a hand wipe. So, someone in a situation where they can't necessarily wash their hands, they will have some anti-bac wipes. So I put 4 of those in there. These are in like a vanilla almond scent, and they're really nice. So there are 4 of those in there. I happen to get, every time I go to the dentist, they give me little dental floss like these. And I keep them in my medicine cabinet because I feel like I can't throw them away. And yet I don't use these. I use floss picks, or I use the Guru Nanda dental picks, the little ones that you just kind of slide between your teeth. I don't necessarily use floss like this. So I had a little collection. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and add this in. I don't have toothbrushes or toothpaste that I can give, but I went ahead and threw in a little dental floss because why not? And then I threw in 6 of these little fruit and cream candies. I had a little package here in the house, and so I went ahead and divided that. So, it's nice to have something sweet. Of course, in my opinion, chocolate would be better, but chocolate melts. So I thought just putting in 6 little hard candies in there would be nice. And it zips up. Let's see if I can get this back together real nice. Yeah, here we go. It zips up real nice. And on the tag, I just made I just wrote period pack so people would know what it is. And there's a church near the library. Over the years when I've been looking for jobs, which I'm in a job search situation right now, and anticipate still will be, by the time I release this video, I probably still will be. But I like to go to the library because I can always look on my phone, although that's an awfully small screen, and I have an iPad, but I don't have a laptop or a desktop at this time. So I also like going to the library because I feel like I'm on my business there. There's no distractions at home, nothing else to bug me, no cats bothering me or stealing my attention, So I feel like I'm on my business when I'm there. And one thing I noticed is on the way there's a church that has a blessing box. And so I've been trying to kind of tuck little things in there where I can. I bought some cereal at Dollar Tree recently for $1.25, big full size boxes, so I'll buy 1 or 2 extras just to put in there because it's a small price for something that could be so useful to somebody. And I notice when I bring more stuff, it is being used. Stuff is exiting that box as much as people are also donating. So I thought to put these in that blessing box, maybe a couple at a time. But I only have 6. I wish I could find more of these pouches. If I can, then I'd like to try and make up some more period packs if I can. But, every little bit counts, right? So I plan to put these in those blessing boxes. So I wanted to go ahead and share that I bought the Sure and Fresh Maxis to kind of be an accompaniment to these day liners, and to also let y'all know these are indeed fragranced, just so you know. So I thought those would be helpful. And then let's see, anything else before I move into final category? We're already in the final category, but I got some good stuff to show, and that is food, glorious food, and food adjacent. So let's start with, let's go with food. I've been telling you guys for Halloween that I plan to give out the Sobis cookies as well as some pencils, some fun pencils that I have found at the Dollar Tree, because for the money, for $1.50 or $1.25 for the cookies, $1.50 for the pencils, to get 16 or 18 pieces a piece, that's a good deal. The other day I saw a big bag of candy, different Mars, M&M Mars candies. It was 100 pieces, but it was over $20. And I thought, that's insane. For now, I have definitely over 100 pieces now with this purchase. And I think I'm probably done. It should fill my bowl nicely. For what I paid, it was nowhere near $20, and I have a nice variety of these Sobis cookies. I decided to pick up vanilla this time in the 18 pack. You get 2 cookies per pack. Sometimes it's nice for kids to get something a little different than candy, but still a sweet treat. And these Sobis cookies fit that bill, so I grabbed those. That's over here. I also grabbed the lemon sandwich cookies, also in an 18 pack by Sobis, to throw in my candy bowl for the trick-or-treaters. Oh, sorry. Yikes. Oh my goodness. So let's see, do I go food or food adjacent? We'll still go with more food. So I also picked up, I always love going down the baking aisle, and yet I hate going down the baking aisle because then I find things like this. By Betty Crocker Delights, this Supreme Fudge brownie mix that comes with a packet of syrup. Yes, with a pouch of rich fudge. So you're supposed to, you mix it according to package directions, and then you squeeze the fudge on top and kind of, pull a knife through the top of the batter to like swirl it all through to make them extra fudgy. This makes up to an 11 by 7 pan is what it sounds like, and 16 brownies. Let's see, the best by date on this is February of 26, but I'm sure these will be gone sometime very soon. And I thought this was a cool pickup for only $125. I also picked up for $125. This is something that I've never found myself, but seen other people haul, and that is by Betty Crocker, one of the lower sugar mixes. I would love to find the chocolate chip cookie mix, but at this time I found, and I grabbed 2 of the yellow cake mix. Lower sugar, excuse me, 25% less sugar, in fact. And while this is not exactly salad or a low-calorie food, I think it's still a good deal. And the best, if used by date, is the 3rd of April of 2026. So we've got 6 good months on this. But of course, I let my, I'll go past that a little bit on baking mixes. Not too far, but you can go at least several months past the best by date. But this has 6 good months on it. So I thought that was a super awesome pickup. Got 2 of those. And then the last edible item, which I'm going to go ahead and try on camera because I'm excited, is this Cinnamon Toast Crunch rolls. How fun are these? I'm sure they taste probably just like the regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I need to find out how they are. In this little round twisty shape, maybe they're like extra crunchy. I don't know. We're going to find out in just a moment. But I found these, and let's see, you get 10.7 ounces. So not bad. It's not the huge family size, but it's a nice size, nice full size box of cereal for 5 quarters. I'll tell you that much. And best buy on this is 2nd of April, 2026. So again, 6 good months on it. Even more if you want to push a little bit past. Makes an awesome snack. Makes if you have kids, if you have grandkids, just for yourself. I mean, what adult doesn't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I've got a lot of memories eating this when I was much younger, and I still love it. I think it's delish. Not for breakfast maybe, but definitely as a snack. I'm the one who likes to eat cereal right out of the box. So let's go ahead and try this. But cereal also makes a wonderful donation. And for 5 quarters, like a box of cereal, a box of cereal like this, a family size box of cereal at regular price is nearly $8. At this size, I don't know, I'd say it would be at least $4. So if you can get this for $1.25, I mean, what a deal. You can get 3 boxes for the price of 1 if you want to look at it that way. But anyway, let's see. Oh my God, they're so cute and tiny. Look at these little cinnamon rolls. So small. I took out a small handful. I'm just going to go ahead and try a couple. Yum. Yep. Yeah. They taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but for a really great price. So that makes them even sweeter. So if you can find these, I highly recommend you pick them up. Always pick up cereal. Again, even if it's something you don't like, and if a blessing box, food pantry, school, any place that would take something like this, go for it. Why not? Do a little something good for the community, and it won't even cost you too much, So I thought that was a great pickup. And that's the last of the edible items. Next, I went ahead and picked up 2 of these muffin tins. Make 6 regular sized muffins because I have no idea what happened to my muffin tins. I had 2 12-cup muffin tins, and I have no idea what happened to them. I probably put them up somewhere, and I just obviously cannot recall where. Or maybe did they get too manky and I threw them out? I suppose that's entirely possible, but the baking pans at DT are good, you guys. I mean, are these going to last a million years? No, but I have 4 loaf pans from the Dollar Tree, and I have been using those for years now. Actually, I've had those for several years. Of course, I don't use them daily. I've never cooked like a meatloaf or anything in them, but to do like, quick breads, banana bread, pumpkin bread, like that kind of thing, those loaf pans have seen many, many delicious loaves and baked them up to perfection. So I went ahead and just grabbed these because I was hoping that what I wanted to use was, I wanted to use these to make like eggs, to make like little mini, like, little mini omelets or whatever, to like a little cook ahead breakfast situation. I wanted to try doing that because I've never done it before. I know, I don't know what rock I've been living under, but I've never actually tried to make those. So that was the whole purpose for me trying to find the muffin tins to begin with. But now I've got them, so that's what I'm going to do. Use up some of the eggs. in my fridge. Now that Jacob's away at school, I like eggs, but I don't use them as much as he used to. I used to have to keep at least a couple dozen in the house because he would always eat like 3 eggs every morning. Sometimes boil some eggs just to have as a snack. He was always protein. He still is too. But now he's eating at school. So yeah, nonetheless. Next, which way to go? Let's do this. I couldn't resist by SureFresh, this little pumpkin ice tray mold kind of thing. I don't remember who mentioned it. It might have been Erica. Was it you, Erica? I think you might have mentioned filling these with like Cool Whip or whipped topping and freezing them and then popping out little pumpkin shaped whipped toppings to either put in like a hot cocoa or to top a pie with. And that's actually what I want to do with it, because I think if I tried to fill it with water, it's going to be too floppy. And by the time I even get it to the fridge, it'll either be halfway gone without all water or it's just going to get all over my freezer. I'm not sure. But I thought that idea, and I almost want to say, Erica, I think it was you, who shared that they were thinking of doing that. And I'm like, yes, I think that's a really nice use for these. And so that's what I'm going to do. Fill those with Cool Whip. I was excited to find, and I know I'm about to catch some shit, and yes, I said it, I'm going to catch some shit from Taco Patty, so go ahead, Patty, give me your best shot, because I found the adorable reusable bags. Yes, I found more reusable bags, miss, and I'm not ashamed that I bought them, because these are so cute, you guys. I've given away so many from my staff. We've gotten so many awesome reusable bags, both the Sure and Fresh by Dollar Tree brand, as well as like other name brand ones that have come through. And I know if you've been rocking with me a while, you know I used to show these all the time because I love them. They're such a great product. I don't even use them for food. I use them for pretty much anything but food. I've got colored pencils holding one of these bags holding all my colored pencils. I've got them. I use them for makeup. I use them for travel. Literally I use them for beads, to hold like beads. I use them smaller ones to hold stickers, anything but food. Just because I'm lazy and I don't want to wash them. But these I think are just such a great product. And I picked these up in the Smurfs pattern because I love the Smurfs. I love the Smurfs. I would watch the Smurfs right now if it was on TV, but I'm here recording with you guys. That would be rude. So here are the 2 patterns you get of the Smurfs. This one on the bottom is particularly cute with all the little mushrooms and Smurfette. And the other Smurf. I think these are super cute, so I grabbed these. I also grabbed them in the Garfield pattern, which I think these are going to go to Hugo because they're so cute. Look at funny Garfield. Or maybe I have to find another one and then I can have them and then Hugo can have them, because I think I would feel a little bit bad if he got them and I didn't have some for myself because they're so cute. Look. I love Garfield. I used to love... they had book fairs in the 90s, but in the 80s, when I was young and in grammar school, they always had, it was Scholastic Books used to publish like a little flyer, and they would send it home, and it had an order form on it, and you would beg and plead with your parents, could I please order? Could I please order? And my parents were cool. They would, a good share of the time, they would say yes. And I would always order at least one Garfield book, and I wish I still had them. We used to collect them, me and my siblings. We used to collect them, and we had so many of them, but of course, over the years, I'm sure they were donated and that kind of thing. But typically, one of our Scholastic book orders would include a Garfield book, so that made me super nostalgic inside. And then lastly, these are definitely going to Hugo because they are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he is going to love these. I might have to do Aaron Asper. So I think I need one more set of the Garfield for me, and I think I need one more set of these just so he can have a set to just hang on to and a set to use for whatever. But he's the kind of guy, he will consider this a collectible if it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Definitely a favorite of his. So stinking cute. I love these. I think they are awesome. Ding. And then lastly, you guys, this last item is so cool. I think this is amazing. I would say this is a dupe for a very expensive brand of kitchen item. Are you guys familiar with OXO? Like the OXO Good Grips utensils, or they make high-end canisters, right? Like food storage containers. These could easily be a dupe for OXO. I happened to just see them at one of my Dollar Trees, and they're made by SureFresh. This one is, hold on, where are my glasses? Because I want to give you the right. This will hold 2.3 cups. It's this round container, and where I say it reminds me of OXO is, look at this lid. See this? It's a button that you push, and it releases, and it's completely airtight. It's got a rubber gasket. And when you place it back on and push the button closed, now it is completely airtight. And OXO makes containers just like this, and they are very, very expensive. I should have priced that before I came on camera, come to think of it, but I couldn't believe this. I'm sitting here like, what? I could not believe the Dollar Tree, and this was only $1.50. This was not from the plus section, could produce a push button, completely airtight container for the money. And if that weren't enough, they come in square also with the button. Yeah, and the rubber seal, completely airtight. I'm seeing these in, on your counter. This could hold sugar. This could hold packets of things like tea bags or whatever, chocolate chips, nuts, all kinds of, I would probably, I'm sure you could use this for anything, but I would probably use this for dry goods personally. I don't know if it's microwave safe. Let's see. Freezer, food safe, freezer and food safe. It does not say microwave, but it does say pop top for an airtight sealing. This is 2.75 cups, 22 fluid ounces will fit in this. And they're stackable. And now that I am talking to you guys, I need to rush back to that store where I found these because I want at least one more of each of these because I want them to be able to stack on top of each other because it's got that kind of lip where you can easily stack these just like the OXO. Just like the OXO. These are only $1.50 a piece. This clear acrylic is, look how thick it is, you guys. This is thick. It's sturdy, really super. I could not believe it. I just could not believe. Again, Dollar Tree, you are always surprising us. Despite the price hikes, you still manage to surprise and wow us, right? Amazing. And with that, you guys, that wraps today's haul. It was a good one, right? I had a lot of fun showing. That wraps today's haul. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for every single time that you do. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I bid you peace.